Well, welcome back to the channel. What a day. Been to register the bike at the CAT office in Vratsa, Bulgaria. It's a police traffic department. Paperwork didn't go too well, so I've been here since 7 o'clock in the morning. I think it's now about 11. I've just got done. Time to head home. The bike's here. All registered and legal now. So what I thought I'm going to do, since this will be my first ride on it, I've had a ride up the track at the side of the house but not on the road. I'll do a bit of my first impressions of the bike as it is, and any little faults I can pick out or things I really like. We'll see how we go. Right, let's get on. Oh, not one of my favourite places, this. I usually find it's a day of your life's gone when you come here. And it's not, I did come today, I knew it was going to be extremely hot, but I thought there wouldn't be many people here, which there isn't, as it usually is. But I'm English, I'm a resident in Bulgaria, and we have to have an ID card here, and the foreigners' ID cards, the numbers are different to the Bulgarians, and it's quite surprising the amount of official people have to put information in a computer. Any information that goes in a computer has to put all your details of your, it's called Lichner card, in, and there's two letters different. And if they just put it in the boxes on the computer for the Bulgarians, it won't register, and that's what's happened. And it is a fairly elderly lady, shall we say. I don't think she was up to spec on it. So she disappeared for a while to see her superiors. That was about 20 minutes I stood in there, and it was just getting hotter. There's no aircon, no fans. And then she come back and says, I'll have to wait, and made me go outside. Oh God, it is stifling here today, absolutely. Got myself a sandwich at the cafe and a bottle of water. I don't feel quite so bad now. Be pleased I'm rolling on the bike. Anyway, back to the bike. This will be the first few kilometres I've done on it. So I'm going to go through town on the way home, see what I think about it. Well, straight away it's surging badly. Now the bike's come from Italy. The tank had some fuel in it, so I filled it up with fresh fuel, but I don't know where in Italy it was running, whether it was area that's high up or an area at sea level. So it might just be that the fueling system, the ECU, just needs time to adapt, I hope. But it is terrible. Oh dear. Ruh, 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 as I'm holding constant throttle going through the town. Sounds nice, quite noisy. Stock pipes. Got the cats in and everything. Brakes feel nice. It's got quite a right whistle to it. I don't know whether this is right. I did read on the forums this is a 2021. That's when it was first registered, but it could be a 2020 bike, I don't know. That they had straight cut gears in the gearbox. The later ones, I think they've done away with it with the helical gears. I might be wrong, it's only what I've read. But it's not a problem if they're supposed to whine like this. They whine. It's not annoying or anything, it's just observation really. Oh crikey, it feels better now I'm getting moving. I'm going to have my visor up, sorry, if the microphone's not quite so clear. Just too hot to have it down. And now I'm going to get the usual complaints. I get a lot of complaints that I'm riding with no gloves on. Well, today, I'll tell you now, I'll be honest, I've got lightweight trousers and a t-shirt on. 42 degrees, I don't care what people say, it's just too hot to wear a jacket. And it's forecast 40, 44, 46 I think again, which is getting quite ridiculous. Every day just lately. Yeah, it's I like the characteristics of the engine except for the surging. After been riding my Himalayan and my Bullet 500 for quite a while. Smooth as silk, like riding a sewing machine this is. Feels nice and light, it weaves about easy. Yeah, it's got plenty of pull. 6-speed box is this as well. I'm only used to a 5 over the last few years. Feels nice. Seat feels a bit hard, but I've only been sat in it 5 minutes. Oh well, that's the one good thing about summer, I suppose, here. I need to try and turn around here. Looks like they've got roadworks ahead. Don't want to get sat in them lot today. Really, it's just too hot to be riding a bike. My eyes, anyway. Oh, ticks over quite smooth. I don't know how long it's been stood. I've got no idea. You see, they bring them in from Italy. Don't know how long it was stood in Italy. I don't know how long it's been in the shop. So hopefully it'll clear up in a bit. I'll put a full tank of fresh petrol in it. Feels a bit different to the Bullet. It certainly feels a bit different to the Himalayan. I was going to take a ride up in the mountains up here, but to be honest, I'm knackered. I'm terrible this morning. Yeah, it feels well balanced, the bike. Feels nice and light. I wouldn't say it's as light as the 500 Bullet, but I think the 500 Bullet is a few kilo lighter. I think this is similar weight to the Himalayan, but obviously it's lower bike. Quite like it. First impressions. Footrests are in a good place. I've changed my bars, obviously they're great. They feel absolutely bang on. Feel high and wide, not too high. It's not a chopper, but they're quite wide. I think they're very similar to what the old American T140s had spec. Well, it was called Desert Sled. It's a company in London in England has them made to their spec. Some of the bikes they do. Yeah, ticking over sweet. You know, I love this colour. Absolutely. Had a good session the last 2 days, getting it all polished up and cleaned up. It was frame and everything was more dust than anything else. Exhaust, I think it'd been washed and just left to dry on its own. But the casings have got stained a bit. But I think that's a bit of a trait of the Royal Enfield, whatever alley they use. But they have the come up like mirrors, which I suppose the more you do it, the better it'll get. Like it has got a whine. I don't know whether you can hear that on the camera. Neutral's lovely to get hold. Yeah, brilliant. Oh, I don't know where you're going, mate. You got another 26 seconds yet. German plates on it. It may be not used to the Bulgarian traffic light system. Whew, crikey. Come on, I'm cooking here. Yeah, gearbox, slick as anything. Feels better than a Honda. Yeah, certainly got some pickup. Now, if you think I've ridden most big bikes, the era of the GSX-R11s and X-Ups, I've had those. Quite a few more modern bikes of similar size. You get used to riding fast bikes. Well, I've been used to riding a Himalayan and my Bullet, so this feels like a Suzuki GSX-R 11. Showing me age now, maybe some of you younger guys can't remember GSX-R 11s. I quite like the simple dash, it's very simple. Got speedo, a rev counter, fuel gauge, mileometer, or kilometre monitor you call it, 2 trips. There's a neutral light, ABS light, main beam. This does have an oil light, which... oh, does it have an oil light? No, it has a charging light. And obviously your indicators. Not a lot, but like I say, I'm not a big fan of TFTs or nothing, so this harks back to the good old days to me. Gear levers feels good, gear change is slick, back brake feels terrible. It's got a hell of a lot of travel on it. May just want bleeding up a bit. I'll have to have a look at that when I get back. Usually I like my back brake reasonably keen. This is tipping my ankle down at a strange angle to get it to brake. Surging, I can feel it. I do have a fuel module. It's not a can't think what you call them at the minute. Fuel boost, booster. It's not a boost plug, and it's an American one. I actually bought it to put on the NC750X. It's fully adjustable, which, unlike the fuel booster, that only works up to about an 8th throttle, and once you come off 8th of a throttle, the bike runs on its own ECU settings. This richens the fuel mixture up completely all the way through the range, and I took it off because I bought it, put it on the NC750X. I used it when I went to Romania transfer garrison last year, and it worked a treat because they run every so week, the Hondas do. Then when I thought about selling it, I took it off because the bike still run okay, but it didn't run as nice. What's the speed? I get speed cameras down here, 60 kilometres. And I've actually got it at the moment. I put it on my Bullet, and it works on that as well. It works on Euro 4 downwards. It won't run. You can't use it on a Euro 5. You can use it on Euro 4, and this model I bought is a Euro 4. And I've already had a look at the sensor in the airbox, and that's where you wire it in. So I think I'm going to take it off the Bullet and put it on this, because the Bullet didn't have any running problems anyway. But this is surging quite bad. Might have stopped by the time we get home, but we'll see. Okay, even the air's burning me today. I just put a brand new tyre on the back because it's a Dunlop Aramax. There isn't a big choice of tyres for these because they're 18-inch wheels. I've used Aramax before. Put a new one on the back because the wall was split. I think it'd run over something. Just, Yeah, one thing I did see on the forums was about wheel wobble on the front. And this does it. Now, when I've checked through, I've obviously set tyre pressures correctly. Check the headstock bearings. They're lovely and smooth, no playing, nothing. Fork seals are all good. I'll try it again. Oh, definitely. Oh, look at that, crikey. Now, I say I've seen it on the forums. So, if any of you guys out there has got these, who's watching this video, if you've come across this problem, what actually was it? So, I've already checked up mechanical things on the bike. So, I've had this before on bikes, and it was the tyre. The tyre treads good on this, but it's the original Pirelli Phantom. I think they go out of shape a bit, that's what it feels like. Let's try it once more. Oh yeah, crikey. You don't feel it if you've got one hand on the bars or just touching them. If you just let go, she starts a bit of a speed wobble. So I need to get that sorted. I'm guessing it's the front tyre. Like I say, if any of you guys who's got any experience with the 650 Interceptors come across this, somebody must have done, because I have seen when I've been looking for other things about front wheel wobble. I've never read up on it, but yeah, let me know in the comments if you think it's headstock bearings or tyres. I would have thought tyres, because if I got any play in the headstock bearings I'd have felt it, and it was dead smooth, it wasn't notchy, and I thought it's only done, well, it's done 5,500 kilometres it says. Some think it's nothing serious, so that's a little bit of a downer. 5,500 kilometres and 2 new tyres. Don't need to do that too often, do we? Is this the police here? I can see an orange jacket. Oh no, it's not. It's the sun shining on a bush. Yeah, definitely needs sorting, that does. I've set my time down here, so it's 60 kilometres an hour. A lot of deaths in Bulgaria due to dangerous driving, and they've EU's funded Bulgaria with a lot of new police cars and these tripod speed cameras. It does need doing. The trouble is they've sussed now it's a good money maker for them, like England, and they stick them everywhere. Like I say, it needs doing. Right, back to the bike. I was a bit worried about the rear suspension on this, because most bikes have got stock suspension. It's usually pretty crap. Now it's set on the softest setting. I thought, yeah, this ain't going to be up to much. It ain't bad. It's not bad actually. Can't say the same for the front. Yeah, riding the bumps. It's moving up and down quite fast. Probably oil change, a different weight of oil. I'll have to look into that. But there don't seem enough travel. Now I'm on one of the roads, it's the main lorry routes here, down to the ferry port and to the Vidding Bridge. And they destroy the roads. I don't know where you're picking it up, there's potholes, but there's like massive 2 grooves where the lorries sit in them, become like train lines. And also it turns the tarmac in this hot weather into like a wave. I can tell you how bad it is. Yesterday they put a ban out on lorries. I think it's from 12 o'clock lunchtime till I think it might be 7 o'clock at night. They're banned off the roads, the big Arctics, because the tarmac's that hot, it's melting, and they're absolutely destroying it. And where they've got the metal series drain lids in the tarmac, it's turning those on the side. Well, you can imagine what's happening then, right? Cars are running into it, fetching the sumps off, there's accidents, people's wheels are dropping in the drain, so they stop the lorries till it cools down. I'm not sure it's going to be enough, because even 10 o'clock at night here, still in the high 30s. Shouldn't be any lorries, big lorries on the road while I'm out. Right, let's just open her up a bit now, back to the bike. Oh yeah. Feels like a different kettle of fish from the Hemi and the Bullet. Shan't be complaining I can't overtake, and it's going to be a lot better when I got Sue on the back. Quite impressive actually. Silky smooth, no vibration whatsoever. Can't feel anything through the footrest, anything through the seat. Yeah, this wobble's quite bad. It wobbles when you back off. You're like doing over 100 kilometres an hour and you roll the throttle off, you can just feel it. I think it's going to be the tyre that we'll see. First impressions? Yes. I just wonder now whether this this might turn out to be my go-to bike. That's the only problem. Himalayan's a different kettle of fish, because I'll ride that all year round, and for little bits of off-roading I shall still do. Obviously it's going to be the Himalayan, but the Bullet, we'll have to see. I think the looks between the two, this is very nice, but it's nice in a different way. The Bullet 500's got the pure classic look. And if I don't use it, I wonder if the wife will let me, because when it's polished up it's beautiful. I could stand it in the hallway, couldn't I? I have to see what she says on that. I think I know what the answer would be, but Can always ask, can't I? Well, I've got lots of stuff still coming for this. Got a rack coming from Hitchcock's. I've got a leather saddlebag coming for the right hand side, so it doesn't interfere with Sue when she gets on the left hand side, because it's got a bit of a dodgy knee. I'll have to take these mirrors off it this morning, off the Himalayan. I just put these on just so I got mirrors, because you can't ride in Bulgaria. You need a left and a right hand mirror, because believe me, if you're riding like I am now, which isn't too far from the white line in the centre of the road, I've had cars try to pass me on the inside. Now you would not believe it. So you need two mirrors here, but I don't want big mirrors like this. I want small mirrors. But there is strange thread in it, Royal Enfields. I think it's a 10B1 fine thread, and then the right hand side is actually a left hand thread, which you can get adapters, but most of the adapters are M10B1.25, and I think this must be M10B1, so it's a different thread. So I've ordered two. It says they fit Royal Enfields and Ducatis, and Ducatis are fine thread, I do know, so we'll see. Anyway, I'm not going to ramble on about too much, so I've got extra stuff coming for it. That will, as usual, get here when it gets here, but it is on the road now, all legal, registered. At the cat office there's quite a few crowd of people around it when it was in the workshop looking at it. I don't think they knew what Royal Enfield was, because they asked me what it was, and when I said Royal Enfield, there was a couple of the old guys that, English. I said, years ago there was English, but I said now they're made in India, and they didn't think India made any bikes, but there you go. A lot of people in Bulgaria don't get about much, do they? Anyway, it's just a quick one of my rambles, my first thoughts, because it's my first ride. I do like it, I must admit, and got to sort this wobbling out, got to sort the front forks out, because it's not good enough for our roads here. Anyway, I'll get into that on another video. So if you enjoyed this little video, probably into little now because I've not stopped talking since I got on it, please subscribe, because it does help the channel. Don't keep asking about this subscribe. We do get people send me messages asking me why I've unsubscribed them. I ain't unsubscribed anybody. I think it's YouTube that do it, because I've seen it on other YouTuber sites. They're losing subscribers, and it's something to do with YouTube. So please keep subscribing, keep the numbers coming in. It helps me grow the channel. Please subscribe anyway. Big thumbs up. Any comments, leave them down below. You know we always answer them. And please, you Interceptor guys, about this wobbling, which I think is possibly front tyre. But let me know what you do, and it'd be pretty handy if you let me know what tyres you run. So I've got the Dunlop Aramax on the back now, and if I've got to replace this, which I think I'm going to, it'll be a Dunlop Aramax on the front, so I've got a matching pair. And if anybody runs any Dunlop Aramaxes, let me know what you think about them, because say Bulgaria, I ain't got choices like you have in the UK. It's whatever I can get, and this is what I can get. So we'll see you in the next video, which no idea what it's going to be about. I'm struggling to get out for ride outs at the moment. There's anywhere between 40 and 46 is the highest I've seen. It's just unbearable. So got some jobs to do. I'll film what I've got to do, and we'll see you in the next video again then. Cheers.